Joe Hopkins here, and it's January, and that means my yearly installment of budget guitars, where to get them. Because every year things change, I learn new things, I find new stuff, and it's good to update it, to go over where to get good budget guitars. That's what my channel is mostly about, is budget instruments like that, right? Guitars especially. So, with that in mind, let's get started. I would say there are the old standbys before I go to the laptop and we go over specific pages. Amazon is always a good place to look. For instance, Firefly has their own website, but they also sell on Amazon. So do a lot of other sellers. And there's a lot of stuff you can find on Amazon, right? A lot of different companies. IYV sells on Amazon, which is a lot more convenient than their store page on, I think it's Reverb. They have more on their store page, but ordering from Amazon can be a lot more convenient and probably get to you a lot quicker. Let's see here. There's also companies like Sweetwater and Musician's Friend, where they have the age-old standbys like Squire and Epiphone and your, standard budget stuff. And there's always eBay. And there's Reverb. Plus, some of these companies, and I can't always remember if it's eBay or Reverb, some of these companies have stores, US stores, like Harley Benton has a US store on eBay or Reverb. I forget which one. IYV also has a store on one of those. I think it's eBay. I could be wrong. With IYV, you take a look at it, the shipping is pretty crazy high because it comes from Vietnam, but at the same time, the guitar prices are so low that it's pretty good. Or you could go to Amazon and see what IYV has on there. With all that said, here we go. Let's take a look, right? Okay, we're starting at Thomann.com because they have, let's look for it here, Harley Benton, which has a bunch of stuff, right? Just remember, don't order any amplifiers, right? Because they come from Europe. It's the European electrics, it's the European plugs, that kind of stuff. But you can see they have well-priced guitars, $145, $81, $89. We're all pretty familiar with Harley Benton. Ooh, look at the little ukulele. That's cute. There's a little bit of shipping because it comes from Germany, but their prices are very, very good. Shipping is, I believe, a lot less or free. I think it's free with their US store, but the prices are a bit higher. I like to look at that multi-scale 8-string. That is, I wouldn't mind having one of them. But you can see they have also guitar cabinets. If you're interested, they have banjos, pretty well-priced ones. Amp cabs, basses, kits, all kinds of guitars. They do have pedals in here too somewhere. Oh, they got picks. You can get a bag of picks for $1.85. Might not be a bad idea if you're ordering something else anyway. Like I said, the amps, kind of avoid those. They don't plug in here in the US because it's European. But you can see they have all kinds of stuff. They also have mandolins and violins and all kinds of stuff as under the Harley Benton name. If you're interested in something a little bit different, let me see what we have here. They have other instruments. Folk, where is the thing I'm looking for? Because they have different folk instruments, and under those they have their Thomann brand, their store brand. And you can see they have a lot more than they did last time I looked. My God. They got all kinds of stuff, but if you go into these, a lot of times they have various budget-minded stuff. Usually they're Thomann brand. I'm not going to go through all of that, but it's kind of cool to know it's there. Take a look, go through their website, take a look what they got, and see if there's something you like. Next, we have Guitar Fetish. They have 3 brands of guitars, right? Steve Brown Sound, Xavier, they got electric and acoustic under Xavier, and Slick, right? I have a little bit of all 3. Steve Brown Sound, SBS, pretty good guitars, fairly reasonably priced. You can see, super Strat kind of thing, Floyd Rose tremolo, all that kind of stuff. Let's see. Oh, they now have the not relict. At first, they only had the relict ones. Now they got the not relict ones. Okay. You can see they're a little bit of money, $360 plus shipping, but not bad for what you're getting. Also with Guitar Fetish, you have Slick. I recently bought a Slick guitar, and I am very pleased with it. They are all relict. They also have basses, you can see. Let's go down through Slick guitars. They have the different types. Obviously, let's see, the one I got one of their basic SL50s, but they do have other styles. You can see where they're relict. They're all around $250, $260. Excellent prices. They sound really good. They have the GFS pickups. Everything Guitar Fetish sells has GFS pickups in it, except for some of the acoustics that don't have pickups. You see they got the Xavier guitars. Well, under their electric guitars, they have SBS and Slick down here too. I guess they lump them in there now too, but they have the Xavier guitars. So you go down through, obviously they have a lot of different styles. They're differently priced, anywhere from $200 to like, I'm not sure what the most expensive thing they have is. They start around $200. I think the most expensive one was that big hollow body one they had. I don't know if they have them on here now, but you can see a lot of different types of guitars under there. And they have some very good acoustic guitars. I've bought some of their acoustic guitars, and I'm very pleased with mine. I've bought 2 so far. You can see that they have the exotic woods, $340, $350. You get down to the ones that don't have pickups, and you're looking at, you know, sub $200. Costs a little bit more if you want one of these with their piezo pickups in them. They're also GFS pickups, and they're pretty damn good, right? But all kinds of stuff. You can see they have, let's see, quilted maple, zebra wood, spalted maple, all kinds of different exotic woods. So let's move on to the next one, Guitars Garden. I know I'm going quick, but there's a lot to cover. GuitarsGarden.com is the home of Firefly, right? They have their acoustics. Looks like that's the only one on here now for $200. But they have different styles. They have their 338s, about $180. Really cool paint jobs. I like this one with the racing stripe down it. That's really kind of cool. But all kinds of different finishes, around $200. Firefly found her pretty good guitars. Oh, I like that. They're SPs. It's like Les Paul style. But I like that. It looks like a Zakk Wylde style thing there. And they have the 3 pickups, $220. That's not a bad deal. Not a lot of selection at the moment for those. You have to check back. They'll have different styles and different selections at different times as they get them in stock. FFTL, or Telecaster styles. I just bought their Black Galaxy Strat style guitar. $150 ain't bad at all for that. Their VX, which is like the Explorer style, about $240, $250. That's all they have at the moment, but quite often they have other guitars. You got to check back regularly with them. And I do know for a fact they will not ship to a P.O. box. Don't even try it. All right, next up, all-in-one guitars. Definitely excellent stuff. I have a Wolf. Let's look at their Wolf Electrics. Here we go. You can see they're a little bit on the higher end of what I consider budget. Like $490, $470, $490, anywhere around that up to like $500 and something, I think is what the, unless it came down in price. Yeah, $490 now for their WLP. Excellent guitars though. Quick note though, their guitars are manufactured by Indian Vina, and they even have the same pickups that IYVs do. So you can kind of get almost the same guitar from IYV, but they bling them out for Wolf and for AIO, right? Let's go. You can see they got basses too. They have art guitars, but those are not budget. Not at all. Really cool if you have the money, but not budget. So let's see. IYV, you have like your Strat style. Again, $490. Whoa. That's $680. Wow, that's new. What is this? It's got a Floyd Rose on it. That is a crazy looking guitar there. A bit on the expensive side for what we consider budget. Not for guitars in general, but for this budget-ended stuff. Still, anything under 500 bucks I consider budget. I might even go higher than that when it comes to like real specialty things, you know. But you get the idea. IYO and Wolf, sold by All-in-One Guitars. Good guitar brand. I have one of theirs and I love it. Excellent guitar. So let's check out next, Donner. Donner's got acoustic, electric, basses, all kinds of other stuff. Digital pianos. Actually, if you're into piano, they got pretty decent pianos and pretty good prices on them. But we're looking at guitars, right? And they have pedals, guitar pedals. I just ordered one of their wah volume combo pedals, but they don't have those on their website for some reason. I got that from Walmart.com, I think. I did buy this, their Donner Strat style with the humbucker, with the whole kit there. I can vouch for the fact that this is an excellent guitar, and that little amp right there, man, that is a really good sounding kind of just desktop amp, a micro amp, you know? It's got a rechargeable battery in it. It's actually really good. I really like that amp. I use it a lot to just fiddle around on. Sounds really, really good. Doesn't look like they have a lot at the moment. Like with most companies, you have to go back and look periodically. You know what I mean? They do sell acoustic guitars too. Let's see what they have. Not much right now. I find that Hush guitar looks pretty cool, like a silent practice guitar. I think you can plug it in like headphones and whatnot. That actually looks pretty cool. I might want to check that out sometime. All right, let's go to the next website, Hard Luck Kings. Another website that honestly you kind of have to check periodically. A lot of these sites they update as they get stuff in. They have different stuff. Right now they have pre-orders for their 31 series. It looks like they're up to 31 at this point. I bought one of their Bombshells, which is their Strat style guitar, on clearance, and I love it. I think it's a great guitar. You can see the price is about $340 there for various things. $240, oh, combo with a case and everything. That's not bad. Keep in mind, if you order from Hard Luck Kings, you want to get the setup. And between the setup and shipping, add $100 to this, because they charge for the setup and they charge for shipping. But they're similar quality to AIO and Wolf. Wolf, you get free setup, free shipping, but it costs more. In the end, it comes out about equal to each other. It's just, you know, with one, it's free, but it's added to the price. And the other one, you pay for it. Anyway, I like the look of that Irish moss. You can see they got all kinds of wild finishes and colors. They've been doing these case combos lately. I think that's cool. But you can see they got all kinds of different snake skin, all kinds of different styles on there. They have their clearance. That's always good to check out and see if they're running any deals, right? But where I got my Bombshell is on their daily deal. Those tend to be the best deals. They're not running any at the moment, but when they do run them, they tend to be limited in what they offer on their daily deal. And it's usually only for a day or so. So if you want a Hard Luck Kings guitar, check out their daily deals and come back regularly, right? Let's see what we got next. Glary. I own a Glary Burning Fire. It's a really good guitar, in my opinion. I like it. As cheap as they are, I wouldn't say it's a great guitar, but you can see the Burning Fires are like $95 to $130 depending on what you're getting. They're really, really cheap. They're around $100. So it's definitely a good guitar, especially at $100. You can see a lot of them, they come with what looks like a gig bag. I got their Burning Fire. The gig bag is more like a dust cover. It's not much to talk about. And that little practice amp is not very good at all. Mostly you're buying the guitar. The little practice amp is neat, but it's nothing to write home about. But Glary does have other things as well. They do have acoustic guitars. They also have violins, violas, cellos, electric violins. I'm not sure what kind of what all they have at the moment. Yeah, so, like with most companies, you got to look back periodically and see what's available. But if you want to get into the violin, as you can see, their prices are very good. They have them as cheap as 55 to 60 bucks for 4/4 for a full size, half, 3/4, 4/4. You know, they got the different sizes of violins. Let's see. It says they have cellos. Cellos are usually pretty expensive. Yeah, see, that's, if you just want to get into it, find out if you like playing the cello, 240 bucks, 220 bucks, that is definitely a good deal if you get a for real cello. Now, if you really love the cello, you try it and you find you like it, that or the violin or any of these, you might want to get a better one. But better ones are expensive. So if you have a kid that wants to try something or you want to try something, that's a good place to start. You can see they got like percussion stuff, keyboards, wind instruments. When it comes to keyboards like pianos and whatnot, I'd look at Donner, honestly. But Glary's aren't bad. Let's go to the next site then. Rondo Music, right? They have a lot of really interesting stuff. I bought one of their SX Telecasters and it's pretty good. SX is their cheapest end. You see like 160 bucks for their Strat whole kit thing there. 200 bucks for, I guess they call it offset or something like that. SX Liquid. You know, it looks like a Fender style guitar. They have these lap steels. I have a lap steel, not an SX. I forget the brand name, but lap steels can be fun. Let's see. You can see the prices are pretty good on their SX guitars. 150 bucks, and they're good guitars. Here we got 180, 200. They're solidly decent, right? They also have other brands, though. They have their, let's see here, Saw, Hawk, not many of those. Hayden. Hayden is like their next step up. You can see those are like, well, that one's 150. I think it's on sale. 240, you know, the price steps up a little bit. Around 200 bucks. That's a fretless, though. Fretless guitar. That could be cool. You know, Hayden is a brand I'd like to check out. And then let's see here. That looks pretty cool. HH headless guitar, 225, 230. That's a left-handed. Kind of neat looking guitars there, though, right? That looks like some kind of acoustic electric kind of thing. It looks like nylon strings, maybe. Anyway, let's move on down. They have their Agile. The Agile guitars are expensive compared to most of what else I'm showing. The reason why I throw it in there is because for what you're getting, I'd say it's still a budget brand. Because you see, you got these like 9-string guitars, 800 bucks. 800 bucks is a bit out of the budget range normally, but these are the kind of guitars that to get somewhere else would cost a lot more. You know, things like 8, 9-string guitars, multi-scale, that kind of stuff. You have your, I think it's a 9-string multi-scale guitar, $800. $800 is more than any of the other stuff on here, but for what you're getting, you know what I mean? Here's 10-string. 10-string multi-scale guitar, 700 bucks, but for what you're getting, where else are you going to get it at that price? I'm not even counting these strings. Like, Jesus Christ. They got some crazy stuff on here. But you get the idea. That's like their upper echelon brand. They got all the crazy headless 8, 9, 10-string heavy metal craziness kind of. You see all the headless guitars, multi-scale, extended range, all that kind of stuff. Something like this. For 900 bucks, what's that? 10-string headless multi-scale, right? The fan frets, the whole stinking deal. For 900 bucks, yeah, that's kind of budget for what it is. You know what I mean? And of course they have, you know, the regular Les Paul style stuff. It was like $600. From what I gather, Agile is a pretty good brand though. All right, but we got to move on. We only got so much time. Go DPS Music. That is Sawtooth Guitars. They run some excellent sales if you'll keep an eye out. Black Friday, around the holidays. And anytime you order something from them, they send you a coupon with your order for 50% off your next order. But let's take a look at what we got here. I've bought a couple of theirs. Let's see, solid body electric guitars. I've bought a couple of their guitars. You can see some of them are like $600, $350. They got a lot of left-handed stuff, but they also do have the lower priced guitars. If I can find them in here. I don't know if they have them right now. They do have guitars that are under $300, electric guitars. But their stuff is definitely excellent, excellent stuff. And most of their higher end stuff has, let me see here. A lot of times it'll have like the higher end pickups and whatnot in it. Let's see what pickups are in this. Because that's $600 and Alnico 5 pickup. It doesn't say. Some of them though will come with, I forget which brand it is, but they'll have premium pickups in some of them. You'll have to go through and take a look. They do have the less expensive ones at times, which they don't seem to have right at the moment. And let's see what we got here. I bought one of these. Where is it? The 6-string. Let's see. That's the one. Flame maple back and sides, spruce top, jumbo size guitar. $570, but I didn't pay that. I got 30% off that one, I believe. Excellent, excellent guitar. And it's got the Fishman Precis pickups in it. And they tend to run some excellent sales. They just finished a sale where if you buy one guitar, you get the other one, like certain guitars, 50% off. Something like that. Or was it buy one, get one free? I think it might have been buy one, get one free. Good guitars, though. They do have basses as well. Acoustic and electric basses. I'd love to get one of their acoustic basses. Those are a bit pricey, but I have one of their electric basses. Man, they only got the expensive stuff right now. They're making me look like a douche saying their budget. There we go. There's one of their $200 ones. I bought one of those in surf green. So you got to go back at some point and see what else they have. They get cheaper stuff at times. You can take a look. They do have percussion as well, and pretty reasonably priced, as you can see. Drum kits tend to run expensive. These are decent drum kits at like $800. That's for the everything except the hardware and cymbals. You can see where they have some pretty decent sales. $800, $600. That seems like a lot, but look at what drums cost. Their snares. Hickory series, like $500. Drums are expensive, and these aren't bad for that. You know, I like the look of that. $45 for the little bongos, $70 for one of these, what's it called, a djembe. The different percussion instruments, you know, they're nice. It's nice to get some of this stuff, even if you don't have a drum kit. Some of the percussion stuff can come in handy. But as any drummer will tell you, drums are expensive. And damn, $1,300 for those. They have some of the higher end stuff too, as you can see. But we're mostly about guitars on this channel. So let's go back up. That's about all I got with that, right? Those are the websites where I tend to find my budget guitars. I have a large collection of guitars. I think I purchased at least one thing from all of these sites. And none of them have really done me wrong with, you know, the one that was the hardest to deal with was Firefly, just because if you do have a problem, their customer service isn't that great. If customer service is really important to you, companies like Thomann, which is like Europe's musician's friend, or musician's friend Sweetwater, they're going to have excellent customer service because they're really big companies. From everything I can tell, companies like Guitar Fetish and All-in-One Guitars also have really, really good customer service. I didn't have any problems with Donner or Glary either. They're also bigger companies and they sell a lot of different kind of stuff. So, you know, most of these companies will do you right. And all of them, I've gotten excellent, excellent guitars from, especially for the for the prices I've paid for them. Now, reasonably speaking, all different people get different experiences at different times, but in general, I'd recommend any one of these companies to you. And you know, some of my favorites, I gotta say, just to be honest with you, would be Go DPS. I love Sawtooth guitars, absolutely love them. Guitar Fetish, I love GFS pickups. I love how they sound. both of the acoustics I bought from Xavier Acoustics I bought from them have been amazing. Absolutely amazing. I adore both of those guitars. And I love my Slick Telly. If you want more information on any of the guitar brands, the types of guitars, at the end of the video here, there's a playlist will come up that says reviews. That's where I put all the reviews I've done on guitars. You can go down through and take a look at any of the reviews I've done on any of the guitars from any of these brands, along with others, you know? I'm gonna put links to all these websites in the description below. So if you're looking for guitars, just go down, you can go through the links, the list of links, and just take a look, browse, you know, because obviously we don't have enough time to go through everything on here, but I've given you a pretty good idea. And some of these brands sell stuff other than guitars. If you want to get into piano, violin, cello, anything like that. Banjo. Banjo is a fun instrument for guitarists to learn because it's pretty similar. So's the mandolin, right? But anyway, if you want to get into something else, there's that stuff on here too. And as far as all these sites go, and I know I said this because some of them don't have much inventory on there right now or much variety. Check back periodically. All of these sites change as they get different things in, as they get different stock in, right? With the exception of Thomann, they'll just say out of stock. It's there, but it says out of stock, or it'll say it'll, you know, be back in estimated amount of time. Everybody else, they just show what they have. So I'd say browse these sites on a regular basis and see what comes up, right? Go DPS Music didn't have a big variety of sawtooth. I've gotten their less expensive stuff on there, but it's not there at the moment. So there we go. There's my list for 2024 of where to get some pretty good guitars. I hope this has been helpful. I have a certain amount of experience with this because I bought a lot of guitars from all of these different companies. So there you go. Anyway, like I said, check out my reviews playlist here at the end, and check out I Didn't Get a Memory. It's a playlist at the end. That's my album. There's also links to streaming down below. And I'll see you guys in the next video. I love you guys. Peace out, baby. Bye-bye.